This is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a pick a card reading for love called Why Are They Acting Different? What Has Changed? This is a question that somebody DM'd me on Instagram. If you would like to DM me a question or a suggestion for a pick a card reading, feel free to send it over to rainbow__harmony. That's my handle on Instagram. All the info is below. If you want a personal reading, you guys know where to find me. Information for that is below too. But I love your suggestions, you guys. I think this is a really good topic. There's a lot of shift going on in love right now. A lot of energy that's shifting. People will be coming into your life. People will be coming out of your life. And for those of you guys who are single, this is the month that a lot of people end up meeting in love. Ironically, I met my life partner in February years ago. One of my best friends met her twin flame in February. It's not just because of Valentine's Day. It's definitely because of the planets, the alignment of Venus and whatnot. It's very, very interesting. So get ready. This is going to be a reading that's going to help you uncover this information. Please do keep in mind that this is a general reading, which means it may not resonate with everyone. There could be parts of it that resonate with you, parts of it that don't. So whenever taking any type of advice online or getting tarot readings, always remember to trust your own intuition and your own inner guidance above all else. So all you have to do to receive this reading is simply choose a spread of cards here or a crystal. So we've got number 1, the rose quartz. Number 2, the amethyst. And number 3, the malachite. Once you've chosen, you can head to the comments or the description below where the timestamps are posted, and I will see you soon. All right, so for those of you who choose number 1, let's go ahead and get your message. So first, we're gonna look into how they were acting. So obviously the way they've acted, their acting towards you has changed. So how were they acting? Okay, so we see this intimacy card over here, which makes me think that a lot of you guys were romantically involved with this person. Perhaps you were just simply flirting, but I think that it's very possible some of you guys could have hooked up with this person or shared a very romantic kiss, or this could be physical intimacy. It could be emotional intimacy. But it's definitely of a romantic nature, and you guys built trust together. This makes me think about when you open your heart to someone, like the first time that you have sex with somebody, or the first time that you invite somebody over to your place and you cook them dinner or something. It makes me think you guys had some real intimate moments between you. And maybe what happened in this picture here, like they're in this bathtub together, or like showering together, or naked together, like it just makes me think like about being really raw and really vulnerable with someone, whether it's actually like being literally naked with them, or it's being like emotionally vulnerable and naked with this person. So trust was built, okay? Some time was spent, and I actually would like to pull a timeline card here to see how much time you guys spent connecting and being intimate. This could resonate with some of you, might not resonate with the rest of you, but let's just see what comes out anyways. Something about like 8 weeks, 2 months or 8 weeks. It happened pretty fast because this is the Queen of Wands. This is a fast moving energy, the Wands. So it's like you guys got close really fast. It went on for a couple weeks, maybe 2 months. Yeah, so, but that's still, a decent amount of time. I also see something here about how they were being really playful with you and almost kind of like childlike. Like you definitely felt like they were falling for you. You were getting messages, you were getting, texts from them. maybe you were going out on dates. I mean, all eyes were on you with this person. They just adored you. And yeah, and this is express your love. So they might have told you how they felt about you, or they were saying sweet things to you. They were making romantic gestures. Maybe they were paying for your meal or your coffee, or they were sending you cute little emojis, all the things. And then this is you deserve love. It's like they had their arrow aimed straight at you. You got this sense like they were all about you, okay? So that's beautiful, but let's see what's changed here. So how have they been treating you lately? Like, what has changed with how they're acting towards you or how they're treating you? Oh my gosh. We are getting all reversals here. So here's the attraction card reversed. You're feeling like this person you're getting this sense almost like they're just not acting like they're attracted to you anymore. I just got this phrase in my head. It says radio silence. I don't know why, but I heard that. Radio silence. It's almost like nothing. I'm not sure if you've been ghosted or what. This is the engagement card reversed. This card upright is talking about a relationship coming together. Yes, it could mean a proposal, but typically what it means when I see this card in like a personal reading is usually like this person is going to have the DTR with you. They're going to want to define the relationship, like let's be together, let's change our Facebook status or whatever. So reversed makes me think about a breakup. Okay, so maybe you guys had a title or were official or whatever. This person was your partner, your boyfriend, or your girlfriend, and then they broke it off, or you guys broke up. If it wasn't an official connection, or like kind of more just like hanging out, seeing where this goes, then they've made it clear to you that by their actions, or maybe even by their words, that they don't want to continue it. Here's the yin and yang energy. Like you guys had this flow. You just kind of dissolved into each other like this. That's been completely reversed. And then this is a card talking about how calling in your soulmate reversed. So what's the opposite of like calling someone in and pulling someone towards you? It's literally pushing somebody away. So they could be deflecting your energy. You could be texting them and they could be just sending you back kind of just simple, like polite, or like little one-liners, or just like LOL or something, or just one word, period. Like you might be feeling like it's not like they're ignoring you or they're not being like sending energy your way. It's almost like they're being mean, or it's just like weird. It's flipped completely upside down. So let's look into, why, like what's going on here. What has changed with them? Because obviously this has a lot to do with them. I don't know if it really has to do with you. Let's look into that. What's changed? Well, we're seeing connection reversed. And then we're seeing let your friends help you. I feel like this is a message that has two meanings to it. And you might resonate with both, or you might just resonate with one. So just hang in there. So the obvious first message, the elephant in the room, is kind of the whole like, they're just not that into you thing. It sucks, and I hate giving people that message, but sometimes you get to know someone, they open up and you get vulnerable, and then they're just like, for whatever reason, I don't know, this isn't me anymore. Or maybe they sense that the soul contract between you guys is up. You have soul contracts with people who are, before you even come down to this planet, that they're going to come into your life for a certain amount of time, like on this day, and they're going to be in your life for this long, and they're going to bring you certain lessons, and they're going to bring you certain blessings, and then they'll leave. Some people stay, some people leave. It's how it goes, So sometimes there's a greater significance. There's karma that needs to be cleared, or maybe this person's mirroring back to you some wounds you need to heal, or perhaps it's a soulmate who was just supposed to bless you, but now the time's up and there might be a greater love coming in or your twin flame on the way, you know? So it's all part of the greater plan. You know, you've got free will, you can make choices, but for whatever reason, this person has decided like that they're not feeling the connection or they don't want this connection anymore. So there's a message that, you know, let your friends help you. This is hard. This is sad. This is one of the harsh realities of life. I can think of times where I had been dating someone a while and was like really intimate with them, and then like sometimes gradually over time, or sometimes I would even just wake up one day and realize this person isn't for me, or this isn't what I want, or I just need to be single right now, or something about this is off, like maybe we're not a match, like, and I've done that. I've walked away from relationships. Now, there's a mature and polite way to do that, and then there's an immature way. I feel like this person left this situation in an immature way. So you haven't received closure. They're not like mature enough to tell you like, you know what, you're amazing, I've had a great time, but I just don't know if this is what I want right now, or I'm not sure if I want to be in a relationship, or I actually want to work more on my business or my job, or I'm going back, or I'm moving, and I just, like, whatever the reason, like, they might not even be able to put the finger on it themselves. It's just a vibe. It's just a feeling that, like, I think I'm going to go over here now. And so it's hard because it can feel very personal, and who knows, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, you know? There's been people who've dated me who, like, told me when they broke up with me, they didn't like certain aspects of me, and that was why they broke up with me. You know, and then there was some people who dated me who broke up with me and never really told me a reason. I just kind of had to guess or whatever. You know, there's people I've broken up with because I didn't like certain aspects of them. There's people I've broken up with that I told that to. There's people I've broken up with that I haven't. And so whatever this is, whatever, it doesn't really matter what this person's opinion of you is or why they left, or even if it's your fault or their fault, it doesn't matter, because you know, you just keep on being you. That's the best way to attract someone who's really meant to be in your life. Don't worry or obsess over what you did wrong, because you did nothing wrong. You lived your life. You lived your truth. You know, maybe you're freaking out because you like double texted them, or like you feel like you chased after them and you've been a little desperate. We've all made that mistake. But now that you realize, you know what, love isn't being served here at this table anymore, get up. That's not the table you belong at. And this is telling you, go out with your friends, have fun, connect, get your mind off it. Tell your friends you're having a hard time with this, or if it's really tearing you apart, even consider, professional therapy or counseling with a licensed professional. That it can help, if it's really tearing you apart. Talk to somebody about it, write about it in your journal, and just live and move through this, because it's almost like this person isn't worth your effort or worth your time. Now, the other message I'm getting, if you're listening to that and you're like, nope, the other message I'm getting is that this person, all of a sudden, their social life has really taken off. Like, they were connecting with you a lot and they were all about you. Obviously, we saw that in these cards here. But like, a friend has come back into town, or they've been going out with their buddies a lot or something. They might be meeting a lot of new people right now, and they might just feel like they want to keep their options open because there's just so much changing in their life, and there's all these new people coming in. And for some of them, it could be that almost like they're busy right now with their friends. They got a one-track mind. They just like, I don't know if I want to do this love thing anymore. But either way, I get the sense this person isn't worth it. There's always exceptions to the rule, and this is a general reading, but I feel like this is just someone time to move on from. If they're not pursuing you, they're not interested, and you are lovable. This card's coming out to remind you, you deserve love, you're lovable. So let's go ahead and end this message with like what you need to know as you move forward, because sometimes messages like this are harder to receive. Whether or not this does resonate with you, I have a feeling this part will. This is a new deck I got. I absolutely love it, and I'm still learning it. So I'm going to pull a card, and I'm going to read from the book the message that you need to know. And we'll take a second to break apart the messages. Okay? The Void. Ooh, these cards are so pretty. Okay, the Void. At the end of every cycle and the beginning of every cycle, there is a moment of transition. It may last for any amount of time, a moment of feeling, or many years of deep inner work whilst feeling displaced. The transition may require patience to endure the absence of knowing, the lack of certainty about who you are and why you're here on this planet, or what's going on in this relationship. A void may open up between one moment of meeting with your lover and this seemingly endless stretch of time, even if it is only days that seem as though they are an eternal... This is so crazy to me, I just tripped out. A void may open up between one moment of meeting with your lover and this seemingly endless stretch of time, even if it is only days that seem as though they are eternal in duration, as you wait to reconnect again. Yet, if you can accept that entry into the cosmic void as preparation for your next cycle of manifestation, if you can accept that darkness is holding you with love, not with unfeelingness, then you can relax and let the preparation be what it must be. Then you can be well equipped for the next steps forward on your glorious divine adventure in this lifetime, meeting the beloved, whether divine or human lover, in a fresh new moment. Excited, open, and curious always. This card brings you guidance. There are parts of your own process unfolding that you simply cannot know about yet. It will not always be this way, but for now, it's more helpful for you to only deal with what is immediately before you. All else will be shown when the time is right. There is growing to be done, and then the void will bring forth the next step on your path to meet you. You do not have to worry, and you do not have to search. Be present, be patient. When you can do something, do it. When you cannot, just be. Your time will soon come. If you are holding a question about a relationship, surrender it into the void and let it become what it must be according to spiritual wisdom and love. Woo! Dang. Okay, so let's break that down. Who's still here watching this? Did anybody skip the next YouTube video because they were like, what? It's getting crazy. So basically, you're at the ending of a cycle with this person. Okay, and so there's a transition right now. And so you're kind of feeling a little displaced, all right? This feels kind of like awful. It feels like darkness. It feels like you're being screwed by life. It feels like, why? You know, you're really mixed up with this. You got your emotions all up on someone, and then all of a sudden it's gone. You're like, whoa. It's like throwing you for a loop. You know, and this is saying that you might it's just time to relax and like let this be what it's gonna be. Let this be what it's gonna be. There's parts of this process you can't know. You might not know yet why you met this person or why they came in your life and why they left or why they changed. Even though we just got some good messages from the tarot, there's probably still some things that are left unknown here. And this is telling you when the time's right, like the truth will be revealed here. There's some growing to be done with you, and then you'll know what to do next. You'll know what your next step is. So you don't have to worry. You don't have to search for what to do right now or how to heal this or whatever. Like, just be present, be patient. If there's something you can do about the situation with this person, great. But don't push, don't fight, you know. Just surrender this relationship into the void and let it be what it needs to be, you know. So wonderful. You guys, I love this deck. It's legit. I hope that you enjoy this. Thank you so much. I want to remind you guys that I am doing love readings. If anyone's interested, just check it out in the link below. And I'll see you next time. Peace out. So for those of you guys who choose number 2, let's go ahead and get your message. First, we're going to look into how they were acting towards you, because obviously something's changed. So I want to just dig into this a little bit and see how they were acting towards you. So we only got 2 cards here, but they're pretty straightforward. This is the commitment card, and it says stay optimistic about your love life. So this person was acting very optimistic towards you. They were reaching out and offering you their heart. It makes me think that you guys were flirting, connecting, having fun, and there's even commitment here. This person could have even led you to believe that they were interested in a commitment with you, that that's what you guys were kind of building towards or working towards as you were connecting or dating. Maybe this person you were even in a commitment with them. Like this was a defined relationship where you like had your Facebook statuses changed or you even lived together or something. But I think for most of you guys who are here, this is an energy where they were treating you like they were wanting to be in a relationship with you. So they were like paying for your meal, they were taking you out, or they were calling you, showing up. Maybe they met your friends, they met your family, like they were being present in your life. They were there for you. You were open. It makes me feel like this person was like a part of your life. Not like this was just someone you were like being casual with. It makes me feel like they were really had that role of your partner. Okay, so what's changed? What's changed with this person? And then we look into why. This one is really baffling me because what I see is that there's no red flag here with this person. They really do feel the chemistry for you and they feel the soulmate connection. So to me, comparing this energy with this energy looks like nothing has changed. Okay, like they still really want to connect with you. They see you as a soulmate. There's no red flag. They're not hiding anything from you. They don't have any bad intentions here. They want to, it's like they want to stay in the commitment or they want to continue on this path. Okay, so this is almost like why do you perceive it that they've changed? Or why this has happened, because there is a change here. I'm just not really tapping into it. It's almost like on the inside, they have a strong energy for you, but what's going on the outside, you know? What I'm seeing here about like why this has changed is we're getting the dating card reversed. It's almost like this person has pulled back from dating entirely. Like they don't want to date right now. They have feelings for you. They have very strong feelings for you. But all of a sudden, they don't want to date and they don't want to make the effort anymore. What? I see why you're here for this reading. I see why you clicked on it. I see why you're confused. So this reading is going to require some clarifiers from my Wildwood deck. If you've been watching my channel for long, you know that when we got to get the real stuff, we go to the Wildwood deck. So what's the deal here? What's the deal? Okay, so they have a decision to make. This person, and this has to do with a commitment. Here we go. It's making sense to me. Thank you, Wildwood deck. Okay, so basically this person has really been enjoying getting to know you and the connection and the romance and the energy, and they feel this pull towards you, this soulmate connection. But it's like they don't want to have a commitment at this time in their life. Like they don't want a defined relationship. So this might be someone who's down to hang out or flirt or go on dates or just hook up or whatever, or maybe even just be friends. But for some reason, doing boyfriend, girlfriend, or have partner or whatever, they don't want something official. They're not looking for something official. It's like they're having a hard time making that decision. And I'm going to ask why. I think the why part is going to be different for a lot of your individual situations, but we can still try. Why? Why don't they want to make a commitment? Why did they pursue you and get your hopes up, all this soulmate energy, this chemistry, romance, good person. They don't have bad intentions. This is an amazing person you have such a great connection with. They feel it too, but why don't they want to date? Why are they stop making the effort? Why don't they want to make this commitment? Why are they hung up? Why can't they make this choice? Oh my gosh. Okay, so basically they're at a time in their life where they're letting go of connections that no longer serve them. They like just went through this huge cycle, and I feel like this was a lot of 2019 where they had falling outs with people. So I feel like they might have had a falling out with a friend. Maybe they even told you about that. They might have had falling out with family or the place that they worked. I'm just seeing like some falling outs, and they were good. It was good for them because they needed to free up their energy to like go on a different path, or there was some people that just weren't really on the same frequency as them or the same vibration. And you know how it is. People are in and out of your life. That's something you don't really realize when you're young and when like you're in your early 20s or whatever. But now that I'm 30, you guys, I can look back on my 20s and I'll tell you, like, that's something big you learn during those years, is that sometimes people leave your life. And so some of you guys here, maybe a lot of you guys are in your 20s, because I saw that on my demographics. And so it might be something hard to understand, but I do see that there's been a lot of people that have been cutting off connections, especially in 2019, okay? And I do see something here about how this person was affected by that cycle. And so people were in and out of their life. You came into their life really shortly after that. And it was a blessing and it was really exciting, but also kind of shocking. I feel like they didn't have time to catch their breath, and they're realizing that they don't have the emotional energy right now to do this whole relationship thing, even though it's great. And so they're kind of turning their back on it and they're going on their own path. They're realizing it's hard because it's like a tug of war between their heart and their head. Their heart is telling them, this is amazing, I love this connection, I'm so passionate and inspired. And then their head is telling them, like, I need to go off and I need to find my happiness and I like in myself, and I need to like, they have some type of skill. This is talking about someone who's a student. So maybe it's like they need to go back to school, or they need to learn something new, or like they're going to learn some type of new skill and bring it out into the world. And I feel like once they get on that path more and they feel more stable and secure in themselves, then they'll be ready for the real deal. So this is like a misconnection. This is missed timing. It's like the perfect connection at the wrong time. And that happens. It's probably one of the most tragic things in life. So I feel you here. I think a lot of you guys will have a chance with this person again. Once they just get grounded a little bit more. Some of you guys, it might not be meant to be or something, but I actually feel like this person could come back for a lot of you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pull a card from this deck, my brand new love deck, which I absolutely am obsessed with. I don't know this deck yet, so I'm just going to read the message from you. But this is the final message that you need to hear regarding this person and the situation. So I'm going to read it to you guys, and then we'll kind of pick it apart. Just for a moment, joy. Oh, I love that. It's like a breath of fresh air. Okay. What we feel and express, what we choose at any given time, is our offering to the divine cosmic matrix. It germinates and is reflected back to us as manifestation in this material reality. Can you choose to gentle your heart, to let it be open to light and to life, even if just for a moment? If you are in the midst of darkness, of deep suffering, can you find, even for just a moment, the joy of existence underneath it? It is a wild ride, this life. Every time you open your arms and yes, the universe responds in kind. This card is here to bring you a message. In this moment, trust that there is joy waiting to be felt and found, no matter how hard that may be to believe right now. Let go of your attachment to the apparent problems at hand as much as you can, and you will be allowing yourself to let the divine take over and sort out what needs to happen here. There is help awaiting your invitation always. Why not let it in and let joy in too? You're being offered divine support to live a less guarded existence, to dissemble yourself a little, or a lot. and let your true nature, which is joy, bubble to the surface without rhyme or reason, other than just because it lives. Wow, I love that message. So I think I want to reiterate something that like this message and this situation in particular felt really heavy to me. I think some of you guys are feeling like that is the one, and now like you're just really feeling just very, it's like almost very tragic, the whole missed opportunity or the missed timing of this connection. And it's like really hard. I've been there before, you guys. And so this is a message to you to like feel what you need to feel. It's okay to be upset, depressed, like, but remember that there's still a glorious experience out there for you. There is still joy on offer for you. So you don't have to force yourself to be happy if you're not. That's not what this card is saying. It's just saying, open your arms and say yes to the universe. Whatever the universe is sending your way, welcome it. You might be crying now over this person, but a couple months from now when you meet your true love or soulmate, or maybe when they come back later after you guys have had time to mature a little bit or like figure some stuff out, you might be very happy then that everything happened the way it did. Like this path is still leading you to your greatest good, even if it doesn't appear like it. So I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I want to remind you guys that I do offer personal readings. I do personal love readings. If you're interested, you can check it out in the link below. And thank you so much for coming to my channel. I'll see you next time. Peace out. All right, so for those of you guys who choose number 3, what we're gonna do first is we're gonna look and see how this person was acting towards you before they kind of changed, okay? So let's look into that. How was this person acting towards you like before this change or this shift? Well, here's the luminosity card. This person was acting very enamored by you. I mean, they might have even told you like, you're so beautiful, or you're so attractive, or I love your eyes, or like they're complimenting you basically. And like, this is the kind of person that you would get yourself all done up before you would go see them, because they would always take notice of how nice you looked. And even if you're the kind of person that doesn't get dressed up or whatever, like they'd notice like, ooh, I love the way you smell, or I like your hair, it's so soft, or something. Like they're complimenting you and you're feeling like boosted. And here's the hummingbird. So they're treating you like, this is like indulging in the nectar of life, the hummingbird, that's like the message behind it. And the butterfly is a new beginning, and the new moon is a symbol of a new beginning. The lotus flower, I mean, that's a very powerful symbol of life. It's like you guys were laughing and enjoying life and like going on this high vibe together, almost like disappearing into your own world together. And they were pursuing you because they were really getting to know you. This is a card that's saying like you guys were revealing your innermost selves to each other. Your bond was deepening. So they were like being proactive, asking you questions, wanting to know things about you, asking you deeper questions, or maybe intimate questions, or flirty questions, or romantic questions too. And so someone's not going to go off on that path unless they're interested in you. I think you like really got the vibe. Like, yeah, they're into me, I'm into them, we're getting to know each other. This is happening. There was like a consistency, a momentum that was building between you guys. And they even saw you as like a past life relationship. This is actually a message you've known this person from a past life. So that's why when you guys met each other, there was an instant connection and they felt that familiarity. This might not be a person that's like into the whole soulmate, twin flame, whatever. It's all just labels at the end of the day, but at the very least, they recognize that there's like a vibe here between you guys, and that's rare, you know? And so they were treating you like that. So how did that change? How are they kind of acting towards you lately? Whew. Well, this is the chivalry card reversed. Upright, this is talking about somebody who's polite, somebody who's taking you out or purchasing you gifts or doing nice things for you, complimenting you like we're talking about, like really being romantic and polite and showing you through their actions how they care. But that's reversed. So what's the opposite of chivalry? That might even be rudeness. This person might be rude now. They might be blunt. They might be cutting you off. They've put up a brick wall. And you're, sending them a text like, hey, how's it going? And they're just like, fine, period. And you're just like, what did I do to offend you? And so it's very confusing. It's throwing you off. And here's the honeymoon card reversed. Now they're acting like this is done. Because the honeymoon card upright is like the start of a new relationship, going on dates together or going places together, like, driving up to the lookout point and looking over the city or looking at the stars and talking about the future and getting to know each other. And it's just that bright energy. But now it's like reversed, and it's like you haven't heard from them, or they haven't been wanting to hang out with you, or they've been making excuses, or when you're around them, it just feels kind of like the vibe is gone. And so, wow, this is a huge difference between before and now. So here's the question, why? What's changed? What's changed here? What's going on? This person just doesn't seem to really have you or maybe even romance on their mind anymore. It's like they just moved on to the next thing. It feels, it's just a very blunt message about like why or like what's changed. Literally, the Rainbow Reviver upright is a card about like someone being really attracted to you and just being all about you and like you're their dream person, and that's reversed. They're just like, meh. And then this is a card about like they can't get you out of their mind, and now their mind is on something else. So it feels really harsh to see that in the cards, to see like, well, they're over it, or they've moved on, or they met somebody else, or they just got something else that's distracting them right now. And that's what I feel like. That word distraction is what just hit me. This person was pursuing you in this relationship more like it was a distraction for them. And I feel like you might have been entangled with somebody who could be a little toxic, or somebody who didn't have the best intentions, or somebody who had selfish motives, or maybe somebody who was a karmic partner. Because look, I'm not seeing any soulmate cards here, but I am seeing the past life card. So this could have been somebody who was a karmic partner, or somebody that was more like a wound mate, somebody who was supposed to come in and mirror back some wounds to you for healing. I don't really think that you like attracted this, or that like it's your fault. Like, I hate it when you get readings that like say that. That can be the case sometimes, but here I really just feel like this person was kind of an asshole, or kind of a jerk, or just didn't have the best motives. And you couldn't have known, because they presented themselves to you like this bright, shiny person, and they really sweet talked you, and like you have strong boundaries and you know what's up. This person was just really good at hiding behind that mask. And they left before you could see that mask fall. If you had stayed longer, or they had stayed longer, or whatever, you might have seen the truth of who this person really was behind the mask. But it's hard. You still put them on a pedestal because you never saw that. They left before that happened. And I have a feeling that that's their relationship pattern. This person could be somebody who's hopping from relationship to relationship, or from distraction to distraction. They're the only person they're running from is themselves. But I just see a whole slew of destruction in the wake of this person's footsteps, and in the wake of their path. So it's almost a message to you to just like move forward, because this says love yourself first. Like, your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. You don't want to chase a person like this. Like, they might come back, and I have a feeling like you're already going to have moved on, because I think the more you move past this, and like the next person you meet, and like good energy and love, you're going to look back and be like, you know what? F that person, because I'm a prize, and God bless them. Hopefully they like figure their stuff out, but I feel like they did you wrong. They did you dirty here, because it just was such an abrupt, just went from 100 to 0 real fast. So this is telling you, love yourself first. You deserve better. You're worthy. It's not your fault this happened. It's not your fault that you might miss them or be feeling confused right now or be sad about it. You just let yourself heal or rest or whatever you need to do to soothe yourself right now. Because this person, they're not worth your time of day. That's the message I'm getting. So I'm going to pull a final message for you from my new love deck, which I absolutely am obsessed with. And I don't know this deck yet, so I'm going to just read it to you from the book if you'd like to hear this extra part of the message. And after I'm done reading it, I'll break the message down just a little bit for you, because it's a very wordy type of guidebook. Dance of the Planets. Oh my gosh, this card is so gorgeous. So what is the message you need to know in this situation about this person? What you're going through right now? All right, so this message reads, there are forces larger than your own personal destiny at work in your life now. Although they are not inharmonious to you, you may feel as though you are being blocked from, or on the other hand, rocketed towards the heavens on a roll that nothing can derail. Either way, the planets are dancing as they will, and there is an effect upon your destiny. It was meant to be at this time. From rising, there will be gentle rest to recover before rising again. And from restraint, there will be propulsion into greater stratospheres. It is okay to trust in the cosmic cycles and divine timing. After all, what point is there to rush to the bus stop if the bus doesn't depart until tomorrow? And what point is there to hold back if you are ready and set to go? Trust in the timing and rhythm of your life now, especially if it seems out of your control. This is the dance of the planets happening through you. So this card brings a message to you. Whoop. Big shifts are happening in your life right now and are possible, supported by cosmic movements, so pray for grace and then enjoy the ride. Okay, so I paused there for a second because I was like getting a download, but basically what I'm seeing here is that, yeah, it feels like you're being blocked from this person or on this path right now in love. And this is saying that, like, this is a weird part of your destiny. It was meant to be. We saw you were past life connection with this person. This person was meant to come in your life, even if it doesn't make sense. You're going to have time to rest and recover before, like, getting back out there in the love world again. Don't push against this energy. All things in time. And then I'm also seeing this message about it's okay to trust in this energy, even if it doesn't make sense, or even if it feels like you're headed nowhere real fast. Don't push forward, but also don't resist. I keep getting this message for you about balance. So if you feel like you still really want to manifest love, then it's totally fine to get back out there. If you feel like, you know what, screw that person, I'm going to go back out there, do it. If you feel like that really tore your heart open and you need some time to rest, then rest. You can trust whatever you need to do right now. You can trust however you feel right now. There's really nothing to be learned. There's nothing to be absorbed. There's nothing to do. Just be. This might have had a lot more to do with the other person than you. Sometimes people are brought in your life like because they're supposed to learn something and like you're just the catalyst. I feel like that's kind of what happened here. You might glean some information from this later, but don't overthink the situation. You were not being punished by what happened. There's really nothing to learn from this other than just be, okay? If you want to manifest love, get back out there. If you need to rest. And this is just kind of a fluke, you know? I hope that this message resonated with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I do want to remind you that I offer love readings if you're interested, and of course other types of readings as well. You can find that information in the info below, and I will see you next time. Peace out.